Hey everybody, Owen here from Ethical Farms. Now you guys are probably getting tired of my update videos on the greenhouse, but I don't know, things are just going really crazy in the last couple weeks, so I just thought I'd do another one real quick and show people who are interested what's going on. We've got the aquaponics system has absolutely taken off. It's gone crazy, and our melons, like I showed them before, are just, we've never had melons like this before. So it's been really impressive. We've been really excited about this. I'm going to turn you around here. Show you. So this, we cleaned this all out. This was all our lettuce and stuff, and it was all bolted. So we cleaned it all out, and looks like we've got a few other things stuck in here for now. Some dill still there. But this is the aquaponics. So my water's getting low. I got to top my water up, but you can see this bed compared to last time has just exploded with the heat, but getting the water and the nitrates are really shot up in the last few weeks. So yeah, these strawberries doesn't look like they're gonna maybe produce anything, but they're finally taking off. They were so small and shrimpy for so long. This basil plant, I think, is probably getting to the end of its days, but it's still going. These basil, I don't know what kind of basil these are, I forget, have shot up. And my wife actually tried something. She just had these we had these in pots. I got them from work. They were pretty big plants already. You can see the peppers and the eggplant on them. And instead of trying to replant them, especially with the amount of soil that they had in the pots on the roots, she just stuck them in like this and just kind of buried them down in so that the bottoms of the pots get to where the water comes up. Because most of these had roots starting to grow out the bottom of the pots. And so she just let them do that. So they sit in this, in this pot. It makes like a little wicking bed in it, and the roots just go down into where the water is ebbing and flowing. You can see it's pretty dirty in there, but it's down at the bottom of a cycle right now. In the back, interesting, we've got this celery. These two celery plants look amazing, but yet this one here doesn't look as good. It's kind of interesting. I'm not 100% sure why, what's going on with this. If it's I don't know if it's burnt, if it needs something, not sure. But the other two right beside it, doing awesome. Over here, our lettuce finally got its roots down and has taken off. Not as fast as I'd hoped we'd get lettuce growing, but I think we didn't transplant them early enough, and they sat for a long time in the plug trays. And we need to get them into bigger trays sooner. This is some sort of like butternut or butterhead lettuce or something. It's actually getting pretty good. It's so hot in here, unfortunately. I think it's mostly pretty bitter just because it's so hot in the greenhouse at the moment. These goji berry plants are just unbelievable. Like they're huge. You can see the roots on them. Like they're just loving it. So it's going to be interesting to see if I can somehow. I really need to transplant them because I don't intend for them to grow in here all the time. I just put them in to see what they would do in the system. Now you're going to see in a minute when I get to the other end of the bench, the other goji berries. They were planted the same time as this. They've been fed every day with our comfrey tea and water and stuff. So you can see the difference between these ones and the other ones in a minute. So here's, you got some sage, you got all the regular stuff, but you can just see how big everything has gotten. Like, can't get out of the light. These sage plants, I mean, they started as little tiny, and they're just going nuts in this system. Here's the other goji berries I was telling you about. Now they don't look, I think they're getting a little root bound. You can see they've got roots coming out the bottom. I think they're not liking the small pots, and they're not as green as they used to be. I need to get them out of this and actually into the ground somewhere, or into bigger pots. But you can see, like, that's the size they are compared to what was down in the raft system. Here's the big thing. Oh yeah, we've got everything, tomatoes going like pretty crazy. I don't think we're getting quite the production out of them, but it's still early and there's a lot of blossoms up higher. So you can see we've got tomatoes going crazy on this thing. We had, interesting, we had a few varieties down here that had like a bottom blossom rot or a bottom end rot. Look, yes, you can see it's kind of like they're getting a little rotten, but it wasn't all of them. It was just these few varieties, or one variety, I think, that were like that. It's kind of interesting. We're going to try dosing with some calcium and magnesium. Peppers are doing good. A few blossoms, no fruit yet. I'm a little bit nervous. I don't know. We'll see what happens. They're really shot up the last while with the heat, but they're not like they usually are. So, in other years, we'll see. Hopefully, we get something out of them. We really rely on them for our salsa. But this is what I wanted to talk about. This is the melon patch. And there's some cucumbers down at this end. We've had some cucumbers already, big cucumbers off them. But the melons are just going nuts. They absolutely love this greenhouse and the heat in here. You can see there's some there's a melon. There's a couple. There's another big one there. I don't even know what all kinds of melons we have in here. There's a couple different kinds in there. There's another couple little ones coming. Like, they're just, I don't know if you can see a little one. And I can't even reach back in there to see what is growing back in there. But I expect there's a lot, if any of the stuff at the front is an indication. And there's runners coming all the way down here to my misting system where I've got some Haskap cuttings put in. I'm trying to propagate, and there's some mock orange. I don't know, these ones didn't do very good. I'm not sure what's going to happen with them. I don't know what. My wife has something going on here. I'm not 100% sure what. So, but yeah, there's runners coming down here. They're climbing up the back of the greenhouse. The skirt along the edge here. These were planted to here. So you can see they've grown all the way up to this end, looking for space. And yeah, major success with the. Yeah, there's a cucumber, another one back in there. There's a great big huge one. I don't know if you can see it. There's a great big one in there. So yeah. Anyway, that's the update on the greenhouse. I know these updates probably get a little boring, but we're excited. Oh, look, we've actually got a tomato that's ripening up there. So far, they've just all been green. But no, oh yeah, there's some in the back. Oh, this one, isn't that interesting? This plant looks pretty rough shape. All those doesn't look like blight. It just looked like it died. Huh? I just noticed that. Well, that's something to keep an eye on for sure. No, everything is doing well. We've enjoyed it. The automatic watering system, I think, has made a big difference in keeping stuff watered in this really bad heat. You can see the rest of the garden as well is really taken off. Beans, we're picking beans and stuff now. And we'll be picking peas here very soon by the looks of things. And over here, we actually had issues with the ducks. We had to lock the ducks in the barn because they were coming in and eating the bugs out of the garden, which was great until they ran out of bugs. Yeah, this is what is left, or what used to be our cauliflower. They just wiped the cauliflower out, like just completely decimated it. You can see we're gonna get like one little cauliflower out of all of this because they just cleaned it in like 2 days. Squash is not doing amazing. You can see it's coming, but it's whether we get anything out of it. We had a late frost that killed most of it, and we had to replant. And the season's just short enough here that outside like this, you just can't get that sort of second planting if you need it. This is a comparison. I haven't actually looked at this yet till just now. This is some celery we planted in the garden, and it looks really good too. It's coming really well. So, but again, all this stuff just took off in the last few weeks. We've had a really good mix of heat and rain, and you can see the porch I'm building on the house there. Working on that last couple days. And raspberries, we've been picking raspberries pretty much every day, and cherries. We've cleaned our cherry trees out. You can see there's all kinds of fruit on there. Kids were supposed to pick a bunch more today, but it doesn't look like they did a real thorough job in cleaning. Also notice we got a bee's nest in here. some sort of ground wasp. Although, by the looks of it, it's been torn open, so I wonder if something's got in there and got at it and destroyed it, because I don't see too many bees around, or hornets or wasps or whatever they are. So yeah, that's just a quick update on everything and what all the stuff we're excited about. Talk to you later.